Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Stellar Lumens XLM. We talk about Stellar Lumens XLM quite a bit on this channel, so if you guys have Stellar Lumens XLM or hold XLM or you're interested in XLM, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video because we talk about it, like I said, quite a lot because we see massive potential behind what can happen in the future for Stellar Lumens. So we will continue to talk about price predictions for May, June, and 2021 at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that as we try to get through some of what Stellar Lumens is doing correctly and why we see that potential for the future. So Stellar Lumens, if you guys don't know, is a cryptocurrency. The Stellar Lumen XLM powers a Stellar payment network. Stellar aims to connect banks, payment systems, and individuals quickly and reliably. A lot of people think Stellar Lumens is, kind of compared to XRP. Some even compare it to Ethereum, which is pretty crazy to think about that kind of a comparison. You're going to have to live up to the potential, and I think Stellar Lumens is doing just that. If we take a look at the last 24 hours, we see almost an 8% increase. In the last week alone, almost a 17.42% increase. Last month, about 31% increase. We take a look at the last year, a 682% increase. So we continue to see growth through Stellar Lumens in the last 24 hours, week, month, and year alone. So we will continue to see growth in the 2021 year altogether. And we're going to continue to talk about where we think with the price analysis in the price chart here, we can actually look and kind of review where we think it's going to end up for May, June, and 2021 at the end of the video. But first off, let's jump into what Stellar Lumens does and why it's so important. So if you go to their Twitter, you can actually read a bunch of different things here. Obviously, a bunch of different cool things. They just upgraded to the Stellar Network Upgrade Protocol 17. That's going to help, obviously, developers quite a bit. It's going to be an upgrade guide here as well for those developers. They really do show great support. And, you can now see that users can now take advantage of Stellar speed and low fees to transfer Stellar USDC to BitGo for qualified custody or use BitGo's hot wallet API infrastructure for facilitating payments. So you continue to see, like I said, a bunch of different successful stories and things that are taking place on Twitter. So if we go to the first thing, how is blockchain tackling the challenges of cross-border payments? In this piece, Danielle Dixon talks and explains which and what SDF is doing right now to really create long-term solutions. So, you continue to see these kind of articles come out with really Stellar's getting a lot of, I will say a lot of media. I think a lot of people are starting to realize Stellar Lumens is up there with the market cap. We see the market cap at that 12.2 billion. If you actually go to the prices list here on Coinbase, we can actually see what that really compares to. So we're seeing it right beside VeChain. You know how many people are talking about VeChain right now? You guys do probably. It's insane. VeChain is a very, very popular coin. We talk about Theta a lot on this channel. That's actually going to be a higher, Theta is going to be a lower market cap than our Stellar Lumens at 12.2 billion. So we're seeing it above big things like Filecoin, Theta, and Solana, and right behind things like VeChain and Chainlink. So we're getting up there with, this market cap continuing to grow over time. I do think we're kind of invested in a system that really does reward investors. And I think if we go into stellar.org, actually, we'll do that in just a second. But if we go into this tweet, we can see financial literacy is fundamental to creating equitable access to the financial system. This National Financial Capability Month, we share the importance of building the financial tools and empowering people with knowledge to use them. So you can go here as well. There's just so much activity going on this Stellar website. Definitely check out their blog or their about, and you can learn more about their really SDF blog in general. I mean, they talk, like I said, about their company and what they're trying to accomplish, as well as their coins equity is continuing to increase. If we go to actually stellar.org, we can see that Stellar is an open network for storing and moving money. If you go down, you can see that borderless, limitless, and powerful. Stellar makes it possible to create, send, and trade digital representations of all forms of money. This includes dollars, pesos, Bitcoin, and pretty much anything. Obviously, making this widely available and usable for pretty much anyone. Obviously, if you can use pretty much any crypto or any currency, really, any digital representation of money, everyone can get involved. Everybody can use it. So it's designed so that all the world's financial systems can really work together on a single network, which really brings about the, idea of ease and how easy it'll be for everybody's network to really work together with something like Stellar. We continue to see the financial systems, really starting to struggle with cryptocurrencies. We see some people investing, some people kind of backing away. I think, Stellar will make it easy for all to really embrace, I guess, the cryptocurrency really coming to mass adoption. So we see Stellar makes Stellar makes money better. If we see Stellar's API and SDKs are ready to help you transform the world of finance, and the network's currency connections could give you even a small company the power and reach of an international bank, which is crazy to think about. Here's what you can build with a few lines of code. So they talk about the global payment apps. So you can leverage the many currency-backed tokens already on the Stellar network. If you go down a little bit, you can see the asset exchanges use Stellar's built-in decentralized exchange for crypto, Forex, or securities. Users can swap between tokens using simple functions built into the protocol, as well as micropayment services, so power payments of any size with Stellar's low, flat fees and fast transactions. You can see that they have, an easy, they said earlier at the very top, it's very easy. Just with a few lines of code, you can really make things happen, as they show the create an account, send payment, issue an asset, and make a buy offer all available there. But let's go to the biggest part of all of it, is built on Stellar. So we can see how many projects are already using Stellar and using that ecosystem. We see 6 different pages of 6. So, or not 6, I guess we have 6 different pages of about 12. So we're continuing to see a lot of different projects really using Stellar's network and ecosystem. And because of that, I do think we will continue to see more and more projects jump on board and invest in Stellar. I do think it's, like I said, a project that has a long-term future. And let's jump over to the price chart now and take a look at what Stellar is doing on this price chart. So I do want to say, guys, I am not a financial advisor, so always do your own research before investing. And I also want to say I always try to keep my price predictions very conservative, realistic, reasonable. So I try to keep them as honest as possible with you guys, where I actually believe, they will end up. Good price targets are usually on the conservative side, because you never know really when a market's going to about to, crash or correct or dip like we saw just previously. So let's talk about Stellar here in the price chart. So in the next month, I do think, by the end of May, we're going to continue to see this kind of increase. In the last week, we saw about 18% increase just gradually. Even with these market crashes, we saw great recovery and great strides for farther and better percentages. So I think we will continue to rise. I think by the end of May, we will see about a 65 to 75 cent price point. That would be a great push for us. Obviously, a $12.2 billion market cap right now. We do have room for growth. And I think, a lot of people get that wrong. We do have a fairly large market cap. However, we can still push fairly far. I think a lot of people are kind of worried that Stellar Lumens maybe is too high of a market cap and won't move much. I kind of disagree with that. I think Stellar Lumens is a huge project. So we have a big market cap because it's a huge project with huge potential, and we have a lot more ways to push up with all the utility that we provide with Stellar Lumens. So going into the end of June, where do we think at the end of June Stellar Lumens will be? Well, I think that's our chance to really push above $1. I think a 2x is definitely a possibility. I'm going to say right around $1 to 90 cents. So 90 cents to $1, I should say, is about where I'll pin Stellar Lumens by the end of June. I think that's definitely a price point that we could hope for. I think alt season really going to continue to boom in May and June. I think, we have at least another 2 months for this bull run. And I think Stellar Lumens is going to take advantage of that, pushing above $1. Hopefully right around that 90 cents to $1 range is, that price target for us. So going into the end of 2021, obviously we will have a bear market at some point. But, realistically, I think Stellar Lumens will continue to increase gradually over time. And because of that, by the end of 2021, we will continue to see the growth around a $2 to $4 Stellar Lumens. Do remember, guys, this is a conservative price prediction, but $2 to $4 is definitely a price point I can see Stellar Lumens push for. That is about a 4x for that $2 mark, and obviously more than that for the $4 mark. We're not going to go into too much details on how far it could really go, because obviously $4 is not the maximum potential Stellar Lumens holds. We could continue to see it grow even farther and faster. It's just one of those coins that, once XRP comes off of some of that hype, I think Stellar Lumens will grab some of that potential. So we'll continue to watch Stellar Lumens on this channel. So make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you all in the next one.